Let's make a miniature scene out of this toy. I have an alligator from these basic animal figurines. It doesn't have much details, but it will work after some paint. We have a China stamp and those annoying seams. I was going to sand it, but I was afraid that I will ruin the texture, and half of it will be covered anyway. I will be using this plate for the base. It's not too flat or too deep, but I'm not sure about it being clear though. I want the alligator coming out of the water like this. I'm attaching it on a wooden dowel so it will be easier to paint. Starting off with black base, watered down acrylic paint with soft brush, so I won't lose any of those tiny details. I'm not worrying about prepping it before the paint because I will cover it with resin later. Now coat with olive green. Here is before and after the green. Now dry brushing with warm gray in some areas. And for some more highlight with light yellow. And at the end it looked a bit too bright, so I add a thin layer using the same green. And finally a muted pink for the mouth. And I realized that he doesn't have any teeth. He looks like a tiny lizard. For the dirt underneath him, I'm mixing white and black craft sand with brown acrylic paint and varnish. You can just use real sand with PVA glue. I'm working here with what I have. Letting it dry at an angle. And before drying, putting the alligator in place and few rocks in different sizes. For the plants, I will use the same methods I used in my diorama video. The shredded sponge and few strands of this fake grass. I'm melting the ends with hot glue and gluing them in place. I wasn't sure if I should put more plants or not. Now for the swamp water. After mixing the resin, I will use the primary colors, a couple of drops each, and more yellow. In the cup it looks perfect, but you will see after pouring it's so transparent. If I'm going to do something similar in the future, I will add a few drops of white to make it more opaque. Now coating him with resin and not forgetting the mouth. The water looks a bit too clean, so let's sprinkle some fine grass powder on top. And some of it will sink to the bottom. Now it looks much better. After drying, you can see how much the resin is transparent. Also, if I painted the bottom first, that will help, because I'm using a transparent plate. For the final touches, making the water ripples with UV resin. Working quickly, brushing the edges and curing it fast. And second layer. And after watching the footage, I realized that I did the ripples in the opposite direction. It looks like the alligator is entering the water backwards. It's done now. What do you guys think? It was a quick project and I have more animals. Should I do it again? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.